Hey, welcome back to the Coin Box. It's been a while, but I'm back and will continue to upload content as time allows. As is tradition, I'm starting out this year with my top 10 purchases of 2024. Last year I made a total of 6 top 10 videos, so if you haven't seen those yet, be sure and check them out. This year I have so much more content I want to get out that this will be my only top 10 video, at least for now. As with last year's list, besides having been purchased during last calendar year, the items on this list made it here because they were either a great deal, or something I had been after for a while, or something unique. And sometimes they're all three of those things. So let's go ahead and get started. At number 10 is a 10 pesos proof coin from 2005, which was issued to commemorate the 470th anniversary of the Mexican mint, the Casa de Moneda. This coin is part of a family of 3 coins, the other 2 being the 5 and 20 pesos coins, which were also issued to commemorate the anniversaries of the monetary reform and the Bank of Mexico, respectively. The same 3 designs were also issued as circulating bimetallic 100 pesos coins, which I have in this set. All 3 designs are especially beautiful in their proof finishes, of which I only own this one so far. Since I have an ongoing collection of pieces featuring the bolt and screw press, it made sense to get this one first, although I hope to eventually add the other 2 to my collection as well. By the way, I think it's funny that the nominal value assigned to this coin was 10 pesos, which is about 50 US cents, even though currently this coin is worth over $200, so over 400 times its face value. At number 9 is one of only a handful of bulk purchases I made last year, and this one turned out to be a pretty good deal. I was able to buy a lot of 57 50 centavos Cuauhtémoc coins sealed by APMEX in plastic. They were listed as BU and dated between 1955 and 1959, so I was hoping for an assortment of dates, but they all turned out to be 1959s in mostly BU condition. Even then, they were a great deal at only $3.28 each, which left me plenty of room to make a small profit when I sell. At number 8 are 2 chunky metals, this 5-ouncer, which comes in its OGP with a COA, and this 12-ouncer, both of which I purchased last year. They share the same design, with once again the iconic screw press on the obverse with the date 1987. The reverse features the reason for these commemorative medals, the Mexican-born 5-year-old Towi, held by her mother Ying Ying. China had gifted 2 giant pandas to Mexico in 1975, and in 1981 at the Chapultepec Zoo, Towi became the first giant panda to be born and survive in captivity outside of China. There's a lot more to the story, but we'll have to save it for a future video. At number 7, I have this popular 1962 Batalla de Puebla medal. It's in lovely condition, but the reason it's on this list is actually because of the obverse. If we turn it around, you can see it has a mint error, which I believe is a lamination error. It's not common to see errors on these medals, and especially not one so large and obvious as this one. You can see the peeling off, so to speak, of the metal in a long triangular shape across the eagle. So because of it being a significant error on a popular silver piece that I was fortunate to get for only $50, I have it at number 7 on this list. At number 6 is a coin which was on my radar because of how relatively scarce it is. This Roman numeral 1 centavo nickel coin was only minted 2 years, in 1882 and 1883. The 1883 coin is relatively common even in higher grades, but it's the first year of issue, the 1882 coin, which can be surprisingly difficult to find in higher grades. In fact, I decided to check both PCGS and NGC census to see what the ratio between the 2 years was. Well, I found a combined 85 1883 coins graded between both companies, but only 1 1882 graded at NGC. Which seems unbelievable to me, so maybe I'm missing something, but regardless, I was very happy to pick this one up for $40 in such lovely condition with a beautiful tone. At number 5, I was very fortunate to find a deal on one of the toughest blue Bank of Mexico mint sets, the 1992 Old Pesos set. These sets have shot up in value in the past couple years, and it's mostly due to the 1992 500 pesos Madero coin, which has seen an increase in demand and popularity. It's a coin that is relatively scarce because of the switch to the new pesos that year. These blue sets are a personal favorite of mine, and I'm only missing 2 sets to complete the series, the 1986 set and the increasingly difficult 1995 set. These 1992 sets are currently worth over $200, so I was fortunate to find this one for just over $100. So because of the key date and the good deal, I have it on the list at number 5. At number 4 is a tiny 90% silver cuartilla or quarter real from 1842 minted in San Luis Potosí. In Mexico, these are commonly referred to as pitufinas or smurfettes for obvious reasons. What attracted me to this coin was the fact that it's one of the smallest coins Mexico has ever minted. It weighs less than 1 gram, measures a mere 12 millimeters in diameter, and you would need to put 32 of these together to equal one 8 real coin. I really like this one because most of the others I've seen are pretty worn, eroded, or even holed. So the fact that this one was in such great condition was pretty special. At number 3, I have another cuartilla, this one from 1813 from King Ferdinand VII, which narrowly beats out the previous coin for the title of the smallest coin Mexico has ever minted. They both weigh about the same, but the 1813 quarter real has a slightly smaller diameter of only 11.5 millimeters, making it slightly thicker but visually smaller than the 1842 pitufina. It's actually pretty crazy how tiny these are. How did people not just constantly lose these? They're roughly the size of a fingernail, and you can see just how minuscule they look when placed next to the 12-ouncer. The iconic design of the coin is also really cool, with the castle on the one side with all its bricks and towers, and the rampant lion on the other. And just like the lion, this coin is also crowned the king of small Mexican coins, and that's why it's at number 3 on this list. At number 2 is this 1988 Cuauhtémoc silver-proof medal, which honestly I thought I realistically would never own. So you can imagine how happy I was to finally find one last year, and then a short time later find another one. The mintage for these medals, although currently unknown, is assumed to be extremely low. Even though PCGS claims a total of 10,000 were minted, they have only graded 3 of them. So even after adding in the 11 at NGC, there are still only 14 total graded across both companies. So if I had to take a guess, I would say there were anywhere between 100 and 500 medals minted, but hopefully someday we'll get a more precise number. Regardless, it's a very rare medal with a fantastic design featuring on the one side, once again, the screw press, and on the other side, the last Aztec Emperor Cuauhtémoc. Before getting to number 1 on this list, here are some honorable mentions, beginning with another chunky 5-ounce medal from 1986, which replicates the Onça Troy design, both front and back, and was minted to celebrate 450 years of minting at the Casa de Moneda. Next up is this 1936 bronze medal, which I've shown before on the channel, but I was able to upgrade the one I owned previously with this one, which is in really nice condition. Then I have this 1988 500 pesos Madero coin with a doubled die error on the reverse, with strong doubling in the date and other inscriptions. And finally, a key date 1977 50 centavos Cuauhtémoc coin, which was struck off-center. And that wraps up my honorable mentions for this list. At number 1 is this rare and mysterious 1986 6-coin silver Libertad set. I had only seen this set listed once before, several years ago, so when this one popped up, I was very fortunate to be able to get it. The set has an outer sleeve and clamshell case, which looks a lot like the 1986 proof Libertad OGP, except that this set does not come with a COA. It contains the first 5 years of issue of the BU Libertads from 1982 through 1986, and the 1986 proof Libertad, which was effectively the first standalone issue of the proof Libertad. Other than that, I can't say as I know very much about this set, hence the mystery. I hope to do some more research on this set for a future video, but for now, it's definitely one of my more unique purchases from last year, which is why it's number 1 on my list of top 10 purchases of 2024. Well, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 purchases or acquisitions of 2024. Let me know in the comments below what was one of your favorite pickups from last year. I'd be interested to know. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and share it with a numismatic friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.